Powder Keg is an S&S compressed air launch coaster located at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. The ride originally opened as a Premier Rides liquid coaster in 1999 called Buzzsaw Falls with a splashdown at the end of the ride. It was then redone by S&S with new trains, new track, and a brand new launch in 2005 with the water effects taken out. It's located on the left side of the park near where the current Fire in the Hole attraction is until the end of 2023. It has some loose theming in the queue line, but most of the theming can't actually be seen during the attraction, but to the side of it in the pathway next to the main launch. There are some fire effects and other bits of theming as the ride makes its way out of the launch building, along with an old Buzzsaw Falls boat crash into the roof of the building. The trains feature the standard S&S lap bars that ratchet down towards you, giving some decent room for airtime. The ride stats are also fairly impressive with a drop of 110 feet, speed of 64 miles an hour, a launch from 0 to 53 in 2.8 seconds, and a length of 3,506 feet. Now that we get the stats out of the way, let's see how it rides. The ride begins with a sideways lift to get to the launch track to accommodate for multiple trains. There's also a spike behind the launch track in case you roll back, but I've never actually seen that be used. You then wait to launch until the light in front of you goes off and you are sent speeding down the track into a large airtime hill. You then twist to the right into another really strong floater airtime hill before going into a large overbank turn. The ride then twists into another hill that leads you right below the ride's main lift hill that you go later. Then twists into a half helix that goes directly into the old Buzzsaw Falls track until you reach the ride's lift hill. Once you reach the top, you make a slight left turn into a 110-foot drop with some good airtime in the back into a final helix that leads you into the final brake run. Overall, Powder Keg is a really fun launch coaster and has the most powerful launch that I have experienced so far. This is also the only air compressed launch that I have experienced, so I'm sure max force would be superior, but this gives you a little taste of what that ride at Six Flags Great America offers. The ride also has some really solid airtime throughout the layout and is really smooth as well. The launch is definitely the highlight for me though, and is of course best experience in the front row. The ride is my number 3 at the park, just above Wildfire for me because of how strong that launch is, and has some good airtime moments mixed in as well. This is a ride I would recommend trying to hit as early as possible because of its low capacity and very slow moving line at some points. When I went, the ride was only on one train, so it took an absurd amount of time, even though the line wasn't even that long. So keep that in mind while visiting. It is definitely well worth getting a ride on it, and it contributes to Silver Dollar City's impressive coaster collection. Be sure to subscribe for more content and be on the lookout for more coaster reviews and other theme park videos in the near future.